Good morning. My name is Andrea of Andrea Gonzalez Motivations. I am here to greet you all with love. I am here to inspire you with hope. I'm here to challenge you for change and to impact you for life. It's Wednesday, and on Wednesday, we work it out Wednesday. My conversation today is kind of a personal conversation, but I am for sure that a lot of people who have a good heart find themselves in. Our conversation on Work It Out Wednesday today is a hard no. A hard no. Oftentimes, people such as myself find ourselves in predicaments that once we get in, we're like, how did I get into this? So, our hard no today is dealing with having the ability and the strength of knowing when and knowing how to say no. Saying no to people, saying no to things. And why did I call it a hard no? Because sometimes we can say no, and it's one of those no's that sounds like, well, maybe if I have time, or possibly at a later date. But when you give a hard no, it is a definite, absolute, firm no. Cannot do it, am not doing it, will not do it. Don't ask again, no. Shut it down, kind of no. We spend a lot of time helping people, doing things for people, and we don't recognize that we're giving away our very valuable commodity called time. And so, this hard no that we're talking about today is all about making sure that what we put our mouths to do, our hands to do, are very fruitful things that are going to help us in some form or fashion. We don't like telling people no because we get this understanding, or we feel like when we say no to people that it seems like we're being mean. It seems like if we're not being mean that we don't really care about other people. Other times we're people pleasers, and so we want people to be happy with us, and so we say yes. But listen, saying no doesn't mean that you're mean. It doesn't mean that you don't care about the other person. It doesn't mean that you're trying to hurt someone's feelings. And you being a people pleaser, how is that going to get you where you need to be? How is that going to help you be the best you can be? It sounds like you're helping the other person be the best that they can be. Saying no is not a bad word. The word no is not a cuss word. It is a word that needs to be used from time to time because we are responsible for our day and how we use our time and what we do during the time that we have. It is not evil to say no to people. When people say to me, "Man, do you ever say yes?" And I do say yes. Matter of fact, I said yes so much that it's gotten me in a bind in other aspects. So, when you say no, what you really do, when you say a hard no, which is a firm no, I cannot do it. I am not going to, make provisions of doing that. What you're doing is you're actually setting the tone and saying, I have other priorities. I value my time. I have boundaries that I'm not allowing other people to cross or meander or mix and mingle in. I have other responsibilities. And so, with those things, I can't tell you yes. Saying no, having a hard no, sometimes I find myself that people will ask me for things, such as, love you, your family, we're all good. But I realize that you're not the kind of person that I can say yes to on loaning money to. It's an old proverb in the Bible that says if you can't afford to let it go, if you loan it to someone, then you can't afford to loan it. So there are certain people in my family that that's happened to. I've been burned. All of us have been burnt at some point by someone. So when those people come to me and say, hey, Andrea, before they even really truly get it out of their mouth, because I know the character of these people, I say, nope, sorry. that you don't even know what I want to say. It doesn't matter what you want to say, because it doesn't matter what you want to ask me, because I've been in multiple situations with you and your word isn't good. You don't do what you say you're going to do, and I am stuck holding the bag. I've done that in several occasions. I have paid for things that I co-signed for other people, putting my own family and myself in a financial distress. I have, said to someone, I'm going to help you. I go to help them and I'm doing more work than them. Or sometimes they're absolutely ghosts. They had to go run an errand or two while they've left me here doing some of their work. So I feel like not having a firm no has they didn't do it. I did it to myself. I put myself in a position that I allowed other people to use the best of me. And it wasn't it wasn't fruitful for me. It wasn't beneficial for me. And actually, it tied me to something that didn't have any value for me. So all I'm saying is learn how sometimes to have a hard no. A hard no is for you. It is because you have dreams and aspirations. You have places to be. You have things that you're involved in. You have aspirations that you're seeking. And so saying no to them says yes to you. You have to learn that your time is precious. Your priorities are important. Your responsibilities are necessary. And in order to protect those, you have to learn how to have a hard no sometimes. Having a hard no is the opposite of just saying no. Or when you tell people, when my children ask me questions and they say, well, Mom, I want you to think about it. The fact that they said think about it means that they don't want me to give them a firm no or a firm yes. They want me to think about it. They want me to actually have some kind of compassion towards what they want. So that's why they'll say, Mom, don't give me an answer now, but think about it. Most of the time, I already know what I have on my schedule, and I'm going to give them an answer right away. Even though they say, Mom, no, no, no. No, I know what I have to do. I know where I need to be. I know what time looks like for me. And so I don't need to play around with thinking about it, and then trying to change my schedule, rearrange things so that you possibly can get this yes. So my son just got his license. Praise God, he's got his license. But his instructor said, you need more practice time. It's really not the time for you to just be out there driving on your own, because there's a lot of little things that we don't really teach in driver's training that you need to learn. I explained to my son, your license does not mean that you have the authority or the right or the freeness to get my keys and use my car at your leisure. That's my car. So he's in summer school. When you don't do what you're supposed to do during the regular school year, you'll make up for it during the summer. He's in summer school and he's taking a class. So I knew that my son was going to play around with the fact that he has his license. So there is a bus that comes. You know what my son does? He comes up to my room and he knocks on the door and he's like, Mom, I missed my bus. I'm going to be late for school. Can I drive your car to school and then I'll come back home? I get up out the bed and I look at him and I said, no. N-O. You know that the bus comes at this exact time. You know that you are playing a game. You decided to be a little late to see if you could push that envelope that you would think that I would not want to get out the bed to go take you to school. I don't. And the next time that you decide to play this little game, the school is only like a half a mile. Be prepared to walk. A hard no. I have my license, Mom. Why can't I? No. You're not skilled enough yet to be driving alone. Is he angry at me? Probably. Will he get over it? Absolutely. I have things to do. And more importantly, my son has, which I'm sure a lot of children think this way, that this here license gives me the right to do. Having a license doesn't always give you the right to do anything. Being grown, I used to think, but when I get grown, I'll be able to do what I want to. A lot of adults who listen to this are going to say, I did too. Being grown did not give me a right to do the things that I thought I'd be able to. I'm going to come and go as I please. I'm going to spend my money the way I want to. I'm going to, live here. I actually don't get to do a lot of what I want. I have to do a lot of what's necessary. That seems kind of odd. But this morning, my son, my hard no to my son, he says, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to drive your car on my own. And I said, no, Randy, you're not. I told you that when I took you to go get your license. You need more time with me or Linnell in the car with you because you need to learn some other techniques to driving to ensure that you are a great driver. Going around the mulberry bush the way you're doing is going to put you in a position that you're going to like even less than the position you're in now. If you don't want me to say no constantly, then give me the opportunity when I have the time to let you drive me. Let me be the one that says to you, Randy, hey, would you like to drive? But you continue to push an envelope after I've already given you instructions is going to frustrate you more than it's going to frustrate me. Listen, let me get out of here. But having a hard no is having a no that doesn't waver. It's having a no that is firm, but having a no that is still loving. It protects you. It allows you to stay focused. It allows you to stay on track. It allows you to keep pressing forward towards the things and the goals for your life. That's what we're talking about. How can you get to where you're trying to be in life? This hard no doesn't mean don't help anybody. It means knowing your priorities, knowing your responsibilities, owning the things that you're supposed to do, having a set aside time, valuing your time, and knowing when to say no. And for that no to be unwavering. I hope that I helped you work it out. Listen, you can't give all your time, effort, and energy to everyone and then have none left for you. Having a hard no protects you, gives you the right to do what's necessary to help you get on the path to doing what is important to you and where you need to be. Work it out inside of you that you can work it out outside of you, that you can be the best you that you can offer anybody. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday.